Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, September 12th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. It's not a pretty picture to wake up to. You'll see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading down by about 24.5 points to 1133.50. This is still the U contract. A lot of traders may want to look at the Z contract, which is now very, very active, and that will dominate all the way till the month of December. But you can see the Z contract also, same thing, nothing changes. But both contracts will be very, very active going forward. But in any case, the futures are down sharply, and it's all about Greece, it's all about Europe, and the problems that are stemming there. If we look at the European markets at the moment, all of the European markets are down sharply. You have the French CAC 40 down about 4%. Looks like there was an explosion also in the south of France this morning. Nuclear facility that was had an explosion, and we'll see if that does cause any problems over there. Right now, we're getting reports saying that it is contained, but that just adds insult to injury already. What has been going on in the European Union. You also have the German DAX down 4%. Not a pretty picture there. It looks like Germany is getting ready for a Greek default, and we talked about that last week. It looks like Greek bond yields are soaring to all-time highs, so I really don't see much any way around it for Greece at the moment. We can only wonder about Spain, Italy, Belgium, Portugal, Ireland, and obviously France. So it looks like the European Union coming apart at the seams. They're going to have to do something over there. I'm sure they'll try to print some money, or they're going to come up with some quick genius idea. But in any case, that will just be a band-aid for the most part. But once we look at these European banks, they're really just getting crushed. French banks are continuing to get pummeled. So be very, very cautious today, and we'll have to see exactly where this market closes. Now, if you look at the Asian markets last night, you had the Nikkei down 2.3%. You had the Hang Seng down over 4%. Shanghai market was closed last night, so don't be deceived. Shanghai market was closed last night, but you had Australia down 3.5%, and the Indian Sensex, which is also very important, down over 2%. So not a pretty picture in Asia last night. That is very, very ugly, and the markets are responding accordingly this morning with the futures down a ton. So we'll see how this all plays out. Right now, I think you have to be very, very cautious, and if you're short in this market, you can ride it out. If you're not short, you sit it out. That's the best way to play. Be very, have good capital preservation, and that's the right move. Let's take a look at the USO this morning. Oil is down sharply. You have spot crude trading down about $1.30 right now to around $85.94. I thought it would be a little bit worse with oil, but nonetheless, it is still down. USO closed at $33.85 a share this morning, trading at $33.30 a share. So in any case, oil down slightly. You do have gold and silver both lower. GLD, which closed on Friday at $180.70, trading at $179.61. Gold is also down today by about 18 points, $18 I should say, to $18.45 per ounce. But gold looks like it's getting sucked down in that deflationary tailspin at the moment. Let's take a look at the SLV here. You'll see SLV trading at $39.96, so just underneath $40. On Friday, SLV closed at $40.52. But these gold, silver, they have a chance to bounce, especially if there's any dollar weakness. Let's just take a look at the U.S. dollar index. I'm going to use the U contract. Okay, U.S. dollar index has started to come in a little bit here, you could see. And this is just what we have to watch for a little bit. If they could get the dollar down enough, then perhaps the overall markets will be able to inflate. But in any case, you do have the dollar moving down just a little bit. Not down a lot, just about 7 cents. But notice here that it topped out right around midnight and then has steadily declined. So that's the market's way of trying to manipulate the stock prices higher. But in any case, doesn't seem to be working at the moment today. The dollar has had a huge move as of late. Just a tremendous, tremendous move. So due for a little bit of a pullback. But in any case, coming in off those highs today, and we'll see where the dollar heads. But the dollar is a little bit extended, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback. If the dollar and the market both go down together, that is ultimately a negative, as a lower dollar has constantly inflated the market over the past 5-6 years. So that's where we stand there. Couple of stocks to go over first. First, you want to look at this NETL. Let me just get that chart up. And this was bought out by Broadcom today. So big takeover right here for NETL. And we'll take a look at Broadcom. Broadcom was the purchasing company. So Broadcom stock should be down, and sure enough, it's trading at $33. Not really down that much, but nonetheless, it is lower. You also have GLBL. Let me take a look at that one. That is trading higher, and this is also a takeover, I believe, from a European oil company, Technip. So this is another takeover. So you got a couple takeovers out there in the marketplace at the moment. So that's where we stand. But here's the most important thing you need to follow right now. This is it right here. Take a look at JP Morgan this morning, trading at 31.30. Over the weekend, Jamie Dimon said he'd like to defect away from the Basel rulings. So Basel, just another bank, a bank ruling organization, and Jamie Dimon saying that it's just not productive enough for him to be in on the Basel rulings. So we'll see what happens there. But look, Jamie Dimon looking to move the U.S. banks away from the Basel III rules that are set, and that's an international setting. So we'll see how that plays out. But all you have to do is look at JP Morgan today. Stock is down again, trading just above the 31 level, closed at $32.08. Take a look at some other bank stocks. Credit Suisse, you'll see that trading at $22.42. That's a new low. Let's take a look at Deutsche Bank. You'll see that is trading at $29, closed at $31.14. All of the European banks are just getting roasted this morning. Here's UBS, is traded off the lows of the day, but nonetheless, that's still a new low for the year, and not a pretty picture. So again, watch the bank stocks. They'll tell you everything you need to know. There could be some decent day trades out there if we do get some kind of a bounce. And we'll watch the U.S. dollar. If the dollar moves down, then commodity stocks and energy stocks may be able to get a little bit of a bid off the low. So there could be good day trading opportunities in there. But look for weakness really across the board at the open. I would expect to see probably a first 30-minute flush in the day. Rarely do we just go right up from here. But then we could start looking for some bounces after an early morning flush. But in any case, be careful in this environment. There really is nothing to, cash preservation is really what is key in this type of environment. Alrighty, everybody. With that said, I'm going to leave it there, and we'll get right into the charts at 9:30. Those of you in the chat room, those of you that are not, come by, take the free trial, and we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.